For somebody to sit up here and say The Last of Us Part 3 is never happening, I'm convinced you're a hater. As long as I've been hearing that, I'm just convinced people are just hating at this point, bro. Look, Part 2 is my favorite game of all time. I have Ellie's tattoo. I beat the game probably about 20 times now. I probably got like close to like 800 hours on this shit, bro. This is literally my favorite game I've ever played. The #1 game I've been on for the past 5 years is The Last of Us Part 2. Either every day, every other day, or every couple days. I'm touching it. Elite. Like, do y'all really think Part 2 is gonna be the end when we got Neil Druckmann saying throughout the years in multiple interviews that, of course, there's always more story to be told. We have an idea, but it's just not writ yet, bro. And we've been getting some updates about The Last of Us Part 3 for like the past couple months. I say since the beginning of this year, we've been getting a consistent update, of stuff that's going on behind the scenes. And one of those things is at Naughty Dog, The Last of Us Part 3 is going into production, or it's just started a production recently within the past like 2 to 3 months, which I actually believe. With them releasing the first season of The Last of Us in 2022, and then coming out with the second season in 2025, then we got reports that they're working on a new IP for the past couple months. Oh yeah, bro, you telling me that they're never going to make a Last of Us Part 3? You stupid. It's so funny because this guy was doing a live stream on TikTok the other day, and he was playing the game, and then he was like, oh, what's your guys' favorite game? So I commented my favorite game, and then I was like, the only game I want before I leave Earth, before I pass away, bro, will be The Last of Us Part 3. And then his hating ass just had to say, well, it's never going to happen. Don't dream on it, buddy. I'm like, what the hell? Like, bro, you really had to say that? You stupid as hell. That's how I know bro was just a hater. But I'm pretty sure if I was to hate on GTA 6 and say it's going to be mid, pretty mid, which I think is going to be, just because something looks more realistic, you can walk into more buildings and shit like that. If the story and the characters are not good, it's just not good. But that's a topic for another video. But I could just tell when somebody's a hater of The Last of Us, bro. Just because you played the first game and you watch somebody else play the second game, don't mean you experienced the second game. Just because you played a couple hours of Part 2, and you know what happens in the story by the end of the game, don't mean you still fully experienced the game of The Last of Us Part 2. Like, just shut the hell up. Because us true Last of Us fans, the people that loved the first game and the second game, and thought the second game was better than the first game, oh yeah, we've been talking about this. We already know the last